Hey guys, this is Scott Horne and Susan Tierney here with the Owner Finance Network and at all companies. In this video, we're just going to talk about productivity and maximizing your time, which is so important in business out there. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to take a minute and like it. Comment below. We'll do our best to answer all your questions and get back with you. And don't forget to join that YouTube channel of ours as well.
So this is a touchy subject.
Touchy.
Yes, because couldn't be more opposite. Although you think you're organized, I'm the organized one.
No. You're organized in your mind, your way, and I am organized in my mind, my way. But you know what? There are different strokes for different folks. Okay? And I get that. And so I'm just going to comment about me first. I'm going to let you come in second behind me, okay? So in my world, I have ways of doing things. I have priorities that I look at that are my priorities. What our problem is you want my priorities to be your priorities because you always think you're right. And of course, I always think I'm right.
Of course.
And you don't like it when I don't follow your guidelines for those kind of things. But I have in my mind how I get things done. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I get my stuff done.
You do?
And I have it prioritized. I get it all done. Whatever that might be. It's just not on your timeline.
With how much nagging do I have to do?
Too damn much all the time.
To get things done.
Oh my gosh, no. But I get that. But at the same token, you're very different in how I do things, on what your approach is. You know?
Because it's organized and detailed.
Oh, whatever. It's organized in detail in that blonde head of yours. I won't go there.
So now we're attacking and doing blonde jokes?
Well, I have blonde hair.
Yeah, right.
But it truly is, isn't it, though? I mean, think about it. It is, everybody is going to be different in how they approach tasks along the way.
Absolutely.
You have your mechanism of approaching tasks and whatnot, which by no means am I saying is it wrong most of the time. However, I have my ways, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
And I think everybody else is different. But what do you do out there along the way?
Oh, well, I plan. You know how I plan ahead? I'm already looking at where we're going in March and April, giving you dates. I plan out. I am not a last minute throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. That's not me.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's for lunch in the next 5 minutes.
It's already been planned 3 days ago. Bought and ready to go. So I can multitask to the extreme, which unfortunately most men can't do. It's kind of like a gene, a female-male gene when it comes to multitasking.
Does that mean
Men just are blinders on, they do one thing at a time, they complete it.
Does that mean I can be a he-she then?
You
Because I'm left brain, right brain. I kind of both going on a little bit. But I will give you the credit that I do think that the ladies out there sometimes have things that some guys and a lot of guys don't. I agree.
And because we're used to from a young age. And you get married, who's taking care of the kids? Who's running the house? We have to do a million things that guys don't have to do. So
on the flip side, we guys do a million things you ladies don't do. House, yard,
take out the
work,
garbage, mow the lawn.
Make money, bring home the bacon.
Oh, not always.
Sometimes.
Okay, well, sometimes, but.
So you can't put it all one way or the other.
I know,
but time productivity, because the one thing you can never get enough of is time, right?
Right.
And you've got to find a way to do things and make it work. And I'll make another comment. Every once in a while, you got to just stop and be a couch potato. You got to recharge the batteries. You can't just go nonstop, because what's going to happen?
You do.
You're going to crash and burn.
When do you ever stop?
I do. And I yell at you when you're texting me at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night because you're bored, you're sitting watching TV and you don't like what you're watching, and do this. Which is what you do. Guys, what she does is she gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. But she's emailing. So I get up, what do I have? 14 emails from her of things that she wants me to do for her without thinking about what I have to do.
No, for our companies.
And then on her way home, because she's stuck in traffic and cussing all the people who have wrecks, what is she doing? she's calling me, doing this, doing that, because she has nothing else to do because she's stuck in traffic. While I'm doing my things, trying to catch up on the 14 emails she gave me and other things I have to do because I have to do all of her things first. Bottom line is, you got to find a way to marry all these things together, right?
Right.
You got to find it out there. And just for instance, guys, in our world, there are certain things she has done, there are priorities in her mind, there are certain things in my world that are priorities, and there are things that are joint priorities. And we cross over, we mix and match and whatnot and push back and forth, but they all wind up getting done eventually. And you've got to find that way of doing it.
Right. I think one of the keys is to realize what's a time waster. I'm really good at this. I'm not going to comment. But I say, is this task?
Are you saying golf is a time waster?
No, that's a stress reliever. But I'll look at something because we have so many VAs. You don't do that, but I go, is this something I can give to Miriam, for all of our VAs? Because a lot of times, and this is you, it's just easier to do it myself. And you do a lot of things somebody else could do. I look at who else could do this and delegate. And that's because that's a time waster. I see you.
But, by the way, I'm not going to say it's not a time waster.
Yeah.
Because in certain scenarios it can be, and I get it. On the flip side, though, you've got to look at the person's personality, too, and what is it that they want to do. Because you can't take somebody and remold and shape them to be somebody else always. And certain things. You know, for instance, I'll tell the audience this is, I love the rehab game. I love to design and create. That's just in my makeup nowadays, it seems like. Wherein, could I delegate everything that? I could. But I enjoy it. And only do I enjoy it, sometimes it's a stress release because I like being there to do that kind of stuff and supervise it and push it. Not always. And there is a time, place for all of that, which I understand and I get. And, you know, along the way, I see weaknesses that I have that I need to do better on. That will help me maximize my productivity at the same token. But I also need to pull back every once in a while to take that, what I want to do just because I enjoy doing it. And to me, it helps with the stress release sometimes and things of that nature along the way. And, you know, there are time wasters. And you are, I mean, you're much more streamlined on things than I am. But, you know, there are times when I need to focus. I can get it done. I can make it happen. Right. I got it. Other times, yeah, I'm piddling doing other things. And it gets there eventually. And it's not always a pecking order. And I think you got to figure out who you are, though, because I think different people are going to be very different in how they do their time management.
Yeah.
Very structured, very organized, which is you. And I'm organized, just not structured like you are.
Yeah.
And, you know, and when you have that with partners and whatnot, yeah, you're going to have conflicts, and you find a way to make that happen, and it does. It's just understanding that's how things work, right? But maximizing time is so important in how you generate leads, etc. And you can't just piddle all the time. You got to be willing to stop and sit down and go, it's time to get this done. And you go do it. Whether it's lead generation, call people, take the calls, doing the homework online, whatever it might be, you got to find that time to make that happen, right?
Right.
Because if you don't do it, you're going to blow everything out.
Right. You know, I remember I was just thinking about this course I took in time management, because I took a lot of that kind of courses in my 20s, just learning better.
Can you remember that far back?
I do. And there was this one comment, and it sticks with me because, and I'll tell you why. This teacher said, don't start your day until it's finished.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means?
Nope,
that means plan out your day so that when you start it, your day's finished. This is what you have to get done in the day. Then another tip I learned way back when that I still use today is, what are the 5 most important things I absolutely have to get done today? I write them down, and then I do the most difficult one I don't want to do first.
Yeah. Well, so many people procrastinate, and they don't get the hardest thing done they have to do out there. They put it off. By the way, sometimes I do that. Other times I go, I just got to do it, take care of it, get it done. And for me, there are days I go by and I do that. Other days I just go, let's just get it done. But also for me, I keep a running list of the tasks I have to do, and I update it constantly. And I move things around for priority. You know, where I have this list of 10 things that I need to get done, but number 9 down here might be really the first thing I do. So I'll stop, pull it back up, make sure I get it done, and get it knocked out. And sometimes I only get 2 of the 10 things done, but at least I know what I have to do. So at least that evening, next day, I can go back, revisit, and get it done. Yep. But it's that time management, it's that productivity you got to do.
Yeah, looking at your calendar, what is it you have to do, especially as a newbie? You know, set goals. For 1 hour today, I am going to get on the phone and make cold calls.
And that's hard to do.
It's hard to do,
but
if you got it on your calendar from this time to this time, have an alarm go off, set your calendar, and do what you say you're going to do.
Yep.
Or else it just keeps getting to the bottom of that list and it never gets done.
If you're new, you're focusing on everything else. If you're new in the business, you got to do that.
Yeah.
And I go back to my early days in my 20s, you know, where I was on the phone nonstop, working commercial deals, calling brokers, trying to create synergy, create opportunity, and it would create opportunity. And you start setting appointments and you go do them. But if you didn't do that, poof, nothing happened.
And next thing you know, at the end of the week, I mean, how many times we have this? I had so much to do today and I didn't get any of it done, because in this business, and the longer you're in it, it's one fire after another and people coming in. You get this all the time. People just pop in and you're constantly interrupted.
Yep. And by the way, in business too, if you're successful, that will probably never change.
Right.
I don't know how you can delegate 100% of everything to somebody else, and things just happen, and you got to learn how to deal with those kind of things and be able to do it.
You need to read the 4-Hour Work Week.
Well, maybe if you worked harder, I could have a 4-hour work week.
Right. One of the biggest challenges in you know, just maximizing your productivity is to remember that it's not all about work. And this is where you more than me have to remember that we have our work life and our home life. And we tend to be workaholics and work. Next thing you know,
But you know, I'll also say something about that too, and you are exactly right. But if you love what you do, it really isn't work.
Right.
And this, truly,
but
this
you
business.
love your friends and family too.
I do. But this is a passion. It is true. And sometimes my work is my hobby.
Yeah.
I say collecting houses is my hobby. I just enjoy that. It drives me every single day. And I hope that the investors out there get that same way. This has to be driven. Now, by the way, I'll make another comment. Not everybody is geared to do what you and I do 24/7 every day of the week. Some people have real jobs, as we say. They're doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, engineers, whatever it might be out there, and that's what they love to do. Awesome. But when you make money, you gotta have a place to put it.
Right.
You're gonna put it in the bank, you're gonna do a mutual fund, what are you gonna do with it? Well, sometimes, maybe you learn how to do this, you just do one deal a year. You take that money you saved up, you put it in that house, you learn how to play this game the right way, you put it into it. And you find a way to do that time and that productivity out there as well. But there is a balancing. I think, as we said and told the audience out there, it's so wise to, first off, figure out who you are, because we're all a little bit different. There's organized confusion. Okay, maybe it's the other way around. And for me, it's confused organization. For you, it's your, you know, every little deal point. It's working together, realizing you're going to butt heads here and there a little bit, put it down. Get up, have your task to do it. Just pull up those bootstraps, go make it happen, be productive. And when I'm driving in the car, I'm not just driving in the car, I'm emailing, things I need to do, I'm emailing letters to myself. I'm emailing my list of things to do to myself. I'm paying attention to the road while I'm driving, but I'm talking on my phone as I'm
You know, when
I'm
I
emailing
follow
that.
you and we're heading places, you go like a turtle and I go, he's on the phone, or he's doing his dictation, because you slow down significantly.
Maybe I should.
Or you're a turtle.
I don't want to drive 120 miles an hour like you. I want to save myself a little bit. But I think those things are so important. And then learning how to balance out work and personal. You got to kind of mix it a little bit. Sometimes you guys say, shut it down, let's go.
Yeah.
Got it. And it doesn't mean you shut it down every day at 5 o'clock, so I'm not a clock watcher.
Right.
I try to get certain things done, and sometimes I go, okay, time to go to the gym. Let's just go.
Right.
You do a morning gym,
I'm a
I do an
morning
evening
girl.
gym. Got it.
Starts the day out because how many times do you say to me, I'm never going to get to the gym tonight because I got too much to do.
You know why I do that?
It,
Because you usurp my time the
no,
whole day.
I don't. If you did it first thing in the morning, get out of bed, lay out your clothes, go to the gym.
Different strokes for different folks, baby doll. Anyhow, that's just
right.
how this business goes. Guys, productivity is so important. You got to get your time put together properly so it works. Be smart. Try to be organized. Write things down. Make a list. Be able to do it. Mark them off. Get it done.
Amen.
Hope you found that helpful, guys. Take a minute. Like the video if you don't mind. Don't forget to comment. We'll do our best to address those. Don't forget to join that great YouTube channel also. And we'll see you guys next time.